Hello guys and girls, this is RO7 here. I'm showing you Game of Thrones walkthrough for PC. Enjoy!
Well, young lady, how did this happen? Are you any better?
Yes, Maester Martin made me drink a brew and the pains have disappeared. I must thank you. He told me that if I should rest and avoid any unnecessary effort, then everything should be well.
Magnificent. I'm so relieved. You may stay here as long as you please and relax at your leisure.
I thank you.
Oh, do not mention it. It is a real honor to receive you at Castlewood. Please, I beg of you, come sit with me at my table. Well now, you must be famished after all these misfortunes. Please, serve yourself.
Thank you for this dinner, Lord Halton.
Jane, my dear, there is something I must tell you. A very long time ago, I had the great honor of meeting with your father.
What? You know my father?
Your magnificent silver hair does not allow you to hide your origins, my lady. It compels us to admire that you are a direct and noble descendant of Valeria.
Tell me, could anything be more esteemed than massacring, raping, and burning people? Well, that's exactly what my father did to my mother as well as so many others.
Listen, Can we save this conversation for later?
Mors, is everything all right?
Yes. I just need to rest.
It is true that King Eris had his demons. And it pains me to hear your tale, my lady. But, although I understand your resentment, the Targaryen dynasty reigned for 300 years. 300 years of peace and prosperity.
There were some conflicts around that time, no? If I remember rightly.
Events that were but a faint blemish in the golden age of House Targaryen. Jane, your father was unfortunately one of the last of the bloodline. Due to Robert's rebellion, it has all but disappeared. And what are we left with? A realm and people on its knees. Westeros does not deserve such a fate. The legitimate kings need to take back their throne.
And you think Jane is the heir you need?
You are aware that I am just one of Eris's bastards, aren't you? I go by the name of Greystone, not Targaryen.
Do not worry yourself with such small matters, my dear. Your family is still revered by the people, and they would welcome back the return of the dragon with open arms. For common folk, the color of your hair is all it takes. All they really need is a symbol.
A symbol? Of a mad and massacred bloodline? A tribute to the Game of Thrones? I've been trying to lead a peaceful life for such a long time. And now you ask me to run headlong into a nest of snakes?
It is our duty to reinstate the natural order, Lady Jane, and to rid the throne of the usurper.
Robert perhaps isn't the best of kings, but at least he's not a butcher.
Take your fate into your own hands, Jane. If you join us, you'll live the life you've always dreamed of.
My child is not even born, and he is already a victim of your political games. You think that's the life I dream of?
You misunderstand. He will always be safe by our sides. We will give him the Iron Throne.
I would have nothing to do with the damned throne. I just want to forget all this and live my life in peace, far from politics of the realm.
And what of him? With or without our protection, your child will still be an heir to the throne. You realize that? His enemies will involve him in all this sooner or later. Is that what you wish for his future?
Have I not made it clear? I do not care one bit for matters of the crown, and I shall never enter into any of your schemes.
I see. So there is no way to make you see reason. Believe me, that upsets me. I have just one more question for you. Do you remember that hunt, where you met the usurper? Do you believe that was coincidence?
What are you suggesting?
The arrangement of that fell to us. The king was responding to an invitation from a friend. Not that long before, I had discovered your esteemed ancestry and realized that it was my duty to help you gain the throne. I made the necessary arrangements so you could quietly have your love affair with the usurper. It's thanks to this that your child has both the blood of the dragon and the stag.
Robert would never allow himself to be manipulated. He conquered the 7 kingdoms.
Unless he had enough to drink, that is. Which has a certain irony, when you think about it, since it is quite similar to what happened this evening with your friend.
Bastard. You will feel my blade.
Guards! Seize her!
That's good, Guts. I think he's ready now. Let me question him. Right, listen well. If you tell us what we want to know, we won't hurt you. However, if you anger me in any way, Guts will fetch his favorite tools. The last time he worked someone over, the poor lad was left a cripple and could drink through several holes. Well, for about 2 months he could. Until we killed him. And believe me, you don't want that happening to you. We'll start with an easy one. Who are you?
Mors Westford, sworn brother of the Night's Watch.
Ah, you're a clever one. That makes life easier. Next question. Who's the girl you're with?
Jane. Jane Greystone, descendant of Ares Targaryen II.
Oh, let's continue like this, my friend. You're sparing yourself needless suffering. What is your true mission?
Someone from high up sent me to come and find you for a very particular purpose.
Well, I see we're making progress.
But it's already too late for you now.
We'll see about that. Guts, I would take my leave for a short while. In the meantime, try to get a bit more out of him using your talents.
Can I do my worst?
No, that's too much. Your fists will suffice for now.
There's an itch in the middle of my back. Do you think you could scratch it for me, pig fucker?
We'll see if you can keep up such merry japes once you get what's coming to ya.
That's better. I think he understands. We'll leave him to think it over until tomorrow.
The pain is too much. It's impossible for me to get into the dog's mind.
You enjoyed that, my friend. At first, I really thought they'd kill you, but you got yourself out of it well in the end. Anyway, they seem determined to make you talk. As long as you have interesting things to tell them, they should keep you alive.
I have to hold on. I have to stay alive. For Jane.
I'd say he was awake. But he doesn't look good. Do you hear me, rat fucker? For reasons I don't rightly understand, Lord Alton seems to believe the tales you told us yesterday. He's convinced himself that you were not lying. So he wants us to extract more from you. Of this particular purpose you speak of, I mean. We found John Arryn's letter among your belongings. We know he sent you. The question is, why? Did he know of our brotherhood?
Arryn knew a lot. Why do you think I'm here?
Don't test my patience. I read the letter he wrote you. There was no mention of Lord Alton or anything of any concern to us.
So you only read the first one, then? You're a joke.
Are there more? Does that mean he knew of the Brotherhood's plans?
Of course he knew. As do all those he told. Even the king knows. You are fucked.
Really? If it were true, the king would have raised his armies, and our spies would have told us of it. Why try to tell such tales? Is it a question of honor? Is that it? Are you afraid of betraying your friends? You should relax a little, you know. We already know that John Arryn turned to others to protect the girl. We know that their leader was called the Mother Hen. Go on, stop trying to summon the will to stay defiant. What's holding you back? Are you afraid of betraying your friends? You should relax a little, you know. Both are dead. Telling us what you know will not earn you their wrath. I will ask you one last time. What did John Arryn know about our brotherhood?
He knew that you were planning something. He knew that you wanted the girl. The only thing he failed to do was catch you in the act. That's the reason they sent me. I'm the bait.
And who are they?
Did you really believe that Arryn was the only one interested in you? He may be dead, but others continue his mission.
I must go and speak with Lord Alton. Guts, take care of him. He needs to be punished for not telling us this sooner.
Am I free to do so, please?
Just make sure he has a very bad night, so he has a change of heart. But don't ruin him too much, understood? Come, we'll stop there. I'm starving. We'll continue tomorrow.
They keep trying, eh? I hope for your sake they tire of questioning you.
I have to find a way to free myself.
You've no chance of escaping on your own. But if I could get out of here first, then I could untie you. I'll have to free myself while their attention is on you. It's our only chance.
I have one last card to play. My dog.
Come, Guts. Let's go back. You know what, Crow? Lord Alton wants to question you himself. If I were you, I'd be careful what I say from now on.
Thank you, Harris. This is between him and me now. What an unfortunate situation this is, my dear Mose Westford. My men think that you are in the service of John Arryn. And according to them, you are now working on behalf of others who want to bring down our brotherhood. Let's start at the beginning. How do you know John Arryn?
We met at the beginning of Robert's rebellion, when Tywin Lannister sent me to reinforce the troops. We went through the war together. We became friends. He was a great man.
Yes, continue. Yesterday, you told my men that people other than John Arryn were interested in us, and that you worked for them. Who are they?
Tomorrow, I'll tell you everything, in exchange for a full belly and a nice horn of ale. Right now, all I want is to be left to sleep.
So be it. If that should help you loosen your tongue, I'll be more accommodating. Anyway, I have urgent matters elsewhere that require my attention, so I must take my leave of the castle until tomorrow. So I shall grant you 1 day of respite. As to whether you will be allowed food and ale, that will depend on whether or not you talk. The rest of you, come on.
Tell me, that dog next door, he's not dead.
You really are a little sh...
Wake up!
Is a few hours sleep too much to ask? What in the seven hells are you doing here?
We thought you'd probably like a little company.
Away with you. That pox-ridden lord of yours said I could have a night's peace and quiet.
Yes, about that. A raven just arrived with a message from Lord Alden. It would appear he's had a change of heart. I hear that he met with other members of the Brotherhood. They've decided it'd be best if you were to disappear quickly, just in case.
Fuck you all.
Yes, yes. Come on, Guts. Time to get to work. Get the brand burning. Let's have a little fun.
Very well.
I'll make it so this wretch's own mother don't recognize him. Pass me the brand. All right, Crow. Let's see if you could keep looking down on us with only one eye.